Good morning. Well, thought for today. It's going to be a bit of a strange one, I think, today because I did it all yesterday. I did it on a mobile camera thing. Went out into the garden and decided to look at various plants because they're all planted at the same time, all sowed at the same time. Sorry, they were planted um, in roughly at the same time. They're put in the greenhouse. They all went through the same process. The difference is some were put in the garden, different places, and it's so interesting that some are absolutely massive, 2 foot, 3 foot, and others are 6 inches, 8 inches, and some of them are sort of twigs. Got all that done. Outside, felt a bit like Cecil B. DeMille's outside doing all this photography and everything. Got all excited about it, and I thought, yeah, after took a couple of takes, I thought, yeah, really good, really chuffed. So that was it. Did that yesterday. Weather was okay. Knew it would be a bit iffy today, so did that. All prepared, sorted, great. Was going to load it up last night, and stuff of life took over. During the day, I had a couple of clients come round just to drop off some documents and that, so there shouldn't have been any problems in that. And then one of them, just chatting for a little bit, one of them told me that he'd lost his mother and she'd had cancer, she'd been very poorly, and they brought her into the hospital and said, you need to have various treatments and we'll see if we can fit you in. And they brought her in to do the chemo and the things they had to do, and unfortunately she had a temperature. Somebody picked it up and they tested her and she got COVID. So she went through COVID with cancer, survived COVID, came out the other end, and was told that she couldn't have the cancer treatment because basically there's a massive great big list and she could go on it, no problem, but she wouldn't be able to have it straight away, especially as her body's getting over COVID as well. So they delayed and they delayed, and she got poorlier and poorlier, and in 6 weeks she lost 8 stone and eventually died. And he was telling me all about this, which totally blindsided me because that never even entered my head as part of a conversation. And we chatted about things and off he went. A little bit later on, another client turns up and chatting to them, they drop some documents off and that we have to have, and chatting to him, and he said, you'll never believe what's happened, Derek. I says, go on then. I'm thinking, don't tell me your mother's passed as well. And he said, contract in Germany. Now this guy's got a contract and he's been on it for a year. He's got a couple of years left in Germany doing some stuff. He's got a number of subcontractors, working for him. And on Thursday late evening, there was a phone call to say Germany's decided they don't want anybody coming back from the UK to work in Germany because the bug rate in the UK is terrible and we can't take the risk. So basically, don't bother turning up because you won't be allowed on site, and also you'll now be blocked by the German government anyway at the airport. So he said, I've just lost everything's just gone. He said, is there anything I can do? So we chatted about things, and I'm going to have a look at some things today. And all of his contractors, he had to ring them on the Friday where they were all due to leave. They were all getting excited, they had to fly out, and he had to contact them all and say, look, there's no contract. Don't bother going. You won't be allowed in the country. So there's a whole load of subcontractors who've got no work suddenly. And it's like, wow, this is the reality of where we are at the moment. Things happening very quickly and sometimes sideswiping you. And so that meant that I didn't upload the there's a few other things went on as well, but it meant in effect I didn't upload the Cecil B. DeMille's film. So come this morning, Elaine said last night to me, just as I was sort of dozing off, she said, "Oh, you doing the thought for the day tomorrow?" I said, "Yeah, it's all done, it's all sorted, don't worry about it." And so I went to sleep. Got up this morning about 5 o'clock because the cat decided that he wanted to sort of jump up and down on my leg to test to see if it was alive or not. So that sort of woke me up. And so right, no problem. Go down, got the computer, got the thing, got the phone, got all these sort of things ready to upload and process and do what we do. Lo and behold, no, it's gone off to some cloud somewhere. I don't know whose cloud, don't know where cloud. Well, I know it's something to do with Apple. So that's Elaine's side of the universe, not mine. So that's in Apple land. So I thought, well, I'll come on and I'll just chat, give you a little chat, talk about a bit of things that are going on. One of the things that I have found, and it really has helped me, and it has for years, this is not just a COVID thing, this is a thing. On one of my tapes, the very first tape, it's a lovely one. It says, "I've put on my garment of praise, and the spirit of heaviness has gone from me." And when I've played that over on repeat 2 or 3 times, there's like your attitude and your sort of, oh, blooming it, what's going to happen next, sort of gets knocked into the long grass, and you feel a lot happier and a lot more able, as it were, to get on with things. So that's what I want to share with you. You know, no matter what's happening, no matter where the side swipes come from, you can kick them into the long grass. Praise is a fantastic thing. Singing is a fantastic thing. We're not allowed to do it in church. The great news is you can do it at home. And so put on a tape, put on a cassette, put on a record if you're that way wired, and sing along and build up that faith, as it were, inside you to sort out the day. Have a fantastic day. Seriously, weather's changed a bit. That's great. Seriously, it's not bad. It's good because it means that you don't have to water the garden anymore. The good Lord's doing it for you. And stay safe. Be happy. Be nice to people, because you never know what's coming around the corner.